Diaño, papi, pero ya todo para ti.
Yes. Is this too much for me or not? Mo hambre. Let's get it, bro. Mira eso. Eso,
Diaño, papi, pero ya todo para ti.
¿Y eso es? Pero
Wow,
esto es ni si la
mijo,
mitad.
pero ¿y nosotros no vamos a comer?
Y yo no puedo comer. Bro, guys. Is this too much for me or not? Like, she's going crazy, bro. Aquí tenemos los tostones, un aguacate. Bueno, nena. The only good thing, chat, we're still cooking. Yeah! What you guys have in your crib I can eat?
So I've been seeing these videos of men weaponizing food for weeks now, and I was not going to speak on it at all because I would just be pissed off and I wouldn't deal with it at all. So I didn't want to talk about it, but the videos just keep coming and keep coming. So this lets me know that this is not a one-off thing. This lets me know that women are experiencing this in their homes as children, with their brothers, with their dads, and just all around the country. Women are coming out and telling their stories, and I, for one, would not deal with it. This man would have 2-3 times at the most to do this, and it would be over. I would be planning my exit. But I see that women are putting up with this for years, and there's even a challenge where these men are like snatching food off of women's plates and just shoving it in their faces as a joke, as a prank, to see what these women will do. Yeah, I don't play about my food like that. Like, y'all, I'm greedy. I'm so greedy, and I don't play about my food. My husband and I will eat off of each other's plates when we go out to eat, just to taste what the other has, but with permission, with the knowledge that this is what we're going to do. We share food just so we can taste a little bit of everything. But what these guys are doing, just snatching food off of women's plates, like on dates and just out of their girlfriend's hands, is ridiculous. And I have a series called "He Hates You, Sis." So if you see that on one of my thumbnails, it's a video of men showing how much they hate the women that they are with, and I suggest y'all check them out. Y'all probably seen some of the thumbnails, but check them out. I just started it like last week. Just look for the thumbnail, "He Hates You, Sis," and it's ridiculous to say the least. But let's get into these videos, and I will talk to you ladies later. Bye.
He ordered a whole large pizza, and this is what he left me. I worked a 10-hour shift. I was so excited to come home and eat with him. It's not about the pizza. It's about how much he hates me.
Narcissists make your life miserable through everyday things. Most of the damage happens quietly through small everyday acts that slowly wear you down. They eat your share of food even when they know you are coming home exhausted from a long shift. They use what should be ordinary moments to assert control, create frustration, and remind you that your needs do not matter and how much they resent you. By making daily life slightly harder than it needs to be, they keep you stressed, irritated, and emotionally depleted, don't they? Over time, what happens? You stop expecting fairness, consideration, or basic respect. That is the point. Even eating, resting, or coming home feels like a struggle, your entire life starts to revolve around managing their behavior rather than living your own. They do this in countless subtle ways. They forget things that matter to you, but never forget what benefits them. They delay, obstruct, or complicate simple tasks so you are always waiting, adjusting, or compensating. They create unnecessary chaos around routines, sleep, money, chores, and time, then act confused when you react. Nothing is ever openly hostile enough to call out, yet everything is draining enough to exhaust you. The slow erosion of ease, safety, and predictability is how they break you down without ever looking like the aggressor. If you need help with healing after narcissistic abuse, only a limited number of slots are available. You can book a session with me. Link is in the bio.
Sorry, but the more and more y'all tell these little story times of how you found out that your brother was weaponizing food, or the father in your house was weaponizing food, or your man was weaponizing food because you kept cooking and they just kept eating, your brother was stealing your food and your parents were letting them, your father would eat your food, but then when you tried to eat his, it was a problem. I seen one girl say, my brother ate up all my food and my father tried to defend him, and then I ate up his food and it was a problem and it never happened again. I'm so sorry that y'all's parents sucked, because that's what I'm hearing right now. I'm hearing sorry parents. I'm hearing those type of parents that say, I want a boy because it's easier. That's what these type of parents end up doing. This is who they end up raising. I'm upset with them. I'm upset at the fact that y'all had really sorry, trash parents. But I'm also upset with y'all a little bit. I understand that you were young. I understand that you were a child. You might not have seen what was going on. But I'm not going to hold you up to smack my brother. Don't touch my food. That's one thing you cannot do, is eat my food and think that you going to live to fight another day. Like, oh, y'all story times are really aggy. Really aggy.
Hey y'all, so I don't know who is pregnant, me or my husband, because every time I look up, he eating up my snacks.
Can I tell you, Rose? Cause it's sweet like a flower in bloom.
I ain't gonna have a dad bod, better calm
It's
down.
already here. It's already here, baby. I want that baby to just lay on my stomach while I sleep. Yeah, sleep. Just the baby right here, be like this sleep. Just like that. Then we just sleep. Then we be gone like that. Wait, the baby up, no, it's sleep.
Boy, go. I don't know who's stomach bigger, yours or mine right now.
You got me beat right now.
Oh, whatever, go. Oh.
I'm worked out tomorrow. It's gone tomorrow.
You stupid as hell.
So, like, felt hungry and fried 18 eggs. Okay, cool. Fried with a bit of onion, chili, and salt. Okay, cool. Done, but still felt like something was missing. Added some rice and stew. Ate 113 grams. Took about 15 minutes to finish. You are a demon. You need to be stabbed. And this is just genuine biblical levels of greed, because you gotta even look at his face after all that pigging out, all that disgusting greed, after all that, like, he did all that, right? He still doesn't even look fulfilled. He looks sad. He looks sadder than when he started eating. It's the problem, bro. It's why it says stop being so greedy in the Bible. Cause look at you. You ate all that food and you don't even got a smile. That thumbs up ain't even a happy thumbs up. That look like a flaccid penis. That'd be the problem, bro. That'd be the problem, bro. You got the spirit of gluttony and Satan in your body.
No, this isn't living with a man. This is living with an inconsiderate man. An inconsiderate man who weaponizes food against you. Much like the story that went viral not that long ago, this woman who made this big, huge pan of macaroni and cheese and asked her husband to save her some. So he saved her the tiniest bit imaginable. Or the other story that went viral recently of the woman who told her man, I'm trying to make a couple of meals to last this week, and she made 12 pork chops. And in one sitting for dinner, that man ate 6 and then packed 3 for his lunch the next day. If he was still hungry, he could have made a sandwich or a bowl of cereal, but instead of lightening her load, he made it heavier. You have to understand and identify, when you're with a man, is he making your life easier or harder? Beware of men who don't want to see you relax. He doesn't want the meals pre-cooked where you can just warm it up and you can sit next to him and relax. No, he's got to hear you in there rattling those pots and pans around. Makes him feel like a man. It's not a coincidence when your man always seems to sabotage you. Men who constantly make you late for work are the men who you're splitting bills with, taking their time to give you their half of the rent. Unemployed man that you're currently supporting picks you up late, or who gives you your car back with no gas in it. Part of truly loving someone is considering them. So watch out for men who show you that they're being inconsiderate when it comes to you. That man is probably not going to tell you to your face that he hates you, but if you look close enough, his actions might.
No man in my house eating up all the food either. When I prepare food to last me a couple of days, I have peace knowing that when I go in my refrigerator, The food is in there because there's no man living in my house eating up my food. And I'm talking about a grown, able bodied man that's able to buy groceries, prepare groceries, cook food, and feed himself. Men will weaponize food against women. They will purposely see you cooking and prepping meals and eat it all within a couple of hours just to see you have to go back to the store to get groceries and stand in the kitchen and cook. A lot of these men don't like for women to not be in the kitchen and have a couple of days off. A lot of men don't like to see women resting. They like to see you performing labor, and they will weaponize food against you just to see you do that. Men know exactly what they're doing when they do this. And that's why I don't want no man living in my house.
I am so glad we're talking about men weaponizing food in household. And this is one of the main reasons I'm so glad I will never have to have a man in my house. Because men feel entitled to the food of the house and will exhibit a level of control over it that can become so extreme in nature that even other people within the household will starve at the expense of men having more food in the house. For example, everybody may get 2 pieces of chicken, but suddenly your father or your older brother is getting 4 pieces each. And these people might not even eat all this food, or they force themselves to eat all this food in an effort to exert some type of dominance or control over the food source in all. And if ever you raise your voice to say, hey, some of us also need to eat, suddenly the providing is thrown back in your face. And this man might not have even bought this food. Typically, it's the women of the household buying the groceries. And in the modern day and age, it's also their money being used to do it. But especially if you're a child speaking up to, say, an older male relative, they will use not only their added years as justification, but also the fact that they may be a growing boy or a grown man. And even the women of the house may be told to limit what they're eating or be given these rude notions whenever they're making a plate, insinuating that they should have less food on theirs. And this, of course, comes at the expense of sacrificing the less food for others to have more food on the basis of sex within one family unit's household. And it goes beyond even just at the dinner table. Even if you bring food home for yourself, these same men will eat your food. They know it's yours. I remember having to leave labels on my food. I remember having to hide food just so the men of the household wouldn't use food as a resource by which to further oppress you, especially if that was something normalized in the household. And they will eat things you spent your hard-earned money for, and they'll be like, I'll pay you back though, but it still doesn't replace the labor of you having to go and get, and sometimes even food you've cooked for yourself they will eat. And this is why it's important to teach your sons how to cook for themselves so they don't automatically become a nuisance and a pest wherever they go, and also become a heightened abuser because of how they view food, especially through the lens of the fact that they cannot prepare their own. Living amongst men, you really get to see how they are and their selfishness and what aspects of life will bring it up. It's important to make sure you have a selfless partner, especially when that partner is a man, especially if you are trying to raise a family with him, because he will starve you and your children out as long as it means his belly is full.
The part about being a boyfriend is not having to buy more food because she never finishes hers.
I just came across men weaponizing food on my timeline on TikTok. And I got a few little comments on that, y'all. Because me, when it comes to cooking for a man, I don't do that. Unless you're my man. And you have to be my man for a while for me to start cooking for you. But if we meet off the rip, you know, the first thing men gonna ask, do you know how to cook? I avoid those answers. I avoid those questions. I avoid those answers. I avoid anything about food. I remember I was dating this man for a good 4 months, right? And he told me he likes to cook. Cool. I love a man that likes to cook because you can cook. I like to be fed. But I'm not going to be asking you, oh, when you going to cook for me? Never. If you offer to cook for me, that's cool. But I'm not going to be asking. That's not a request, okay? So I remember I was dating this man for a few months. And one time we happened to be on FaceTime. And I was in the kitchen cooking. And he was shocked as hell. He said, I didn't think you know how to cook. And I was like, he said, because I never hear you talk about cooking. Yeah, that's the point. Because the moment you start talking about cooking, oh, you better go home and cook dinner, a man asks for a plate. And once you feed a man, they don't go nowhere. You get what I'm saying? They can be not interested in you. They don't want no future with you. Especially these single men out here. They love home cooked food. Oh, if they know you're going to feed them, they're going to pull up. You can't get rid of them. They're going to take from you. I got 2 kids. You're not about to take from me. You get what I'm saying? I was just watching a girl talking about how she was on a fixed budget and how she would portion out her food throughout the week. And she met this dude and he was coming over every evening, getting off work, eating up her food, but not helping with no groceries. And had the audacity to say, oh, you thought I was going to pay for your groceries? You could have just asked that. No, you coming up in here eating up all my food, man. So, like, yeah, I never talk about cooking. I never talk about, oh, yeah, you got to try my plate, da, da, da. I never do any of that because, hey, it is what it is. If you're my man and I happen to cook for you, I'll cook for you. But other than that, I'm not about to be sitting here glowing. You gonna think I don't know how to cook, and I'm all fine with that if you never taste a meal from me because I like to be fed. I love a man that know how to cook, okay? Most of the men I have dated know how to cook, and they enjoy cooking for me. And I don't mind cooking for them if we're together. But I feel like when you open that door of cooking for a man that's not really your man, that's when problems get started. Like, we're not doing that. Not over
Dad,
here.
stop eating all our dinner. You constantly just eat it all. Stop.
Oh, it's the first thing I've eaten today.
I don't care. I'm hungry. Don't eat it all.
Look at me, I'm skinny now.
Yeah, well, you've been going to the gym.
Yeah.
To do what?
That helps.
Fucking killing it.
Huh?
Sure, yeah.
Do you think that helps?
I think he's angry at me now. Don't eat the food.
You're fucking filming me, that's what I'm sick of.
Why? You're famous.
Because I'll punch you in the eye.
Look how much shit's in that cupboard. Alright, draw. Not cupboard. Going for the second bowl. Stop eating all the food.
And I don't want no man in my house eating up all the food either. When I prepare food to last me a couple of days, I have peace knowing that when I go in my refrigerator, the food is in there because there's no man living in my house eating up my food. And I'm talking about a grown, able-bodied man that's able to buy groceries, prepare groceries, cook food, and feed himself. Men will weaponize food against women. They will purposely see you cooking and prepping meals and eat it all within a couple of hours just to see you have to go back to the store to get groceries and stand in the kitchen and cook. A lot of these men don't like for women to not be in the kitchen and have a couple of days off. A lot of men don't like to see women resting. They like to see you performing labor, and they will weaponize food against you just to see you do that. Men know exactly what they're doing when they do this, and that's why I don't want no man living in my house.
Yes, and another thing is that this is also a show of dominance. This is a power play. Not only are they being spiteful and petty when you say, hey, this food has to last us for 2 days, and they eat it all in one sitting, they are exerting their power and dominance over you. And a lot of the things that men do to you when you are under one roof with them are shows of power and dominance. They're not really that hungry. They just want to show you that they can do whatever they want to do, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Because when push comes to shove, you're going to be the one going to the grocery store again, trying to figure out a way to put more food in the household. You're going to be the one banging pots and pans over a hot stove to replace the food that he just ate. This is about exerting dominance over you and letting you know what your rightful place in the home is. No, you cannot make demands. If I want to eat everything, I'm going to eat everything, and you're going to replace the food. That is what this is really about with these men. It's about power and control. It's about reminding you your place in the household as a woman.
out your kitchen?
No, you did what you eat. Let me see your plate.
Every day.
That's right, every day.
Oh, okay, yeah. My baby put it away. Now he finna walk away bubble egg.
Oh, bro.
That's what it is. Look. That's what it is. Look. Hey, look. Babe, do this. Do this. Do that.
No, what's that?
It's good times.
As a woman that survived 2 fat men, this conversation about niggas weaponizing meals is so true. It's a fact. Because I remember when I was cooking, this ogre would finish up 5 days worth of meal preps in like 2 days. And then he would be like, it's because I'm a man. I need to eat more than that. Like, no, bitch, it's because you're greedy. AF. Fat man really put the eat and cheat. But this video is not about that. I just wanted a reason to violate my ex.
I get so viscerally angry at just seeing a post like this and then seeing how many likes it has and then going into the comments and it's full of women commiserating with this exact experience, except for it's somehow worse. Their husband somehow does it more and is somehow even more thoughtless and more selfish than the husband before. I have read so many stories about this on Reddit. I have seen this with my own eyes in real life. And we need to talk about this because this is not about the food, okay? This is about male entitlement, narcissism, and selfishness at the end of the day. And I think this behavior is so infuriating because it's more of a metaphor about how much more men take than they ever give. And they really do all of this with all the confidence and the audacity of somebody who's never had to cook a meal before in their life. You know, they were not standing over the stove, chopping, dicing, and boiling, seasoning, and doing all this stuff, and like standing on their feet for hours on end. They really show up, and not only in your kitchen, but in your life to take. And in exchange, most of them will claim that they provide. Yeah, you provide $60K a year. That's why you've got your wife in the kitchen, busting her ass over a stove, trying to make a meal that will last her more than 1 day, because you are taking more than you're giving. Nobody bringing home a $60K yearly salary deserves a personal private chef, let alone deserves to come home and eat the entire meal that she made that was supposed to last you 2 days, you and your family. The amount of stories I've read about men like this who eat the food without leaving enough for their children to eat, and yet will want to be seen as the leader and the alpha of their household. You take food out of your wife and children's mouths. You create more work for your wife than you provide her in return. This is not fucking worth it. I don't know how y'all do it. This is absolute craziness. It's the way that they don't know how to share. They only know how to consume. This is what you risk by letting a man into your life. I'm so serious. It's just like never having the mental peace of somebody who can think 1 or 2 steps ahead with you, not for you, with you. Somebody who can consider that your labor is painstaking and valuable. For somebody who could consider that instead of grabbing yet another plate of dinner, they may just need to eat a bowl of cereal or grab a piece of bread or do something that doesn't fuck up your entire dinner schedule for the week. They see the leftovers, they see the extra food, and they take it as a fucking challenge. Actually, like, this is so crazy making to me that I actually did research on this. I was like, has anybody studied this fuck ass behavior? And like the only studies that came up was like, yeah, you know, we don't really see this behavior in animals. Yeah, no shit. Calling a man an animal would actually be a compliment. Animals don't overeat. They don't gorge themselves the way that human men do. This is not even a typical behavior in animals. But what the researchers came up with is that this is basically another dick measuring contest. It's another way for men to feel macho and masculine at your fucking expense because they cannot give themselves that feeling. They always need to externalize it. They always need to feel like they did something, they impacted something, they like made somebody's life more difficult, and that's impact enough for them. It's fucking pathetic. It's infuriating. Like, imagine a man who thinks of himself as a fucking provider comes home and starts hoarding the food that you made with your time, with your labor, with your effort, with your blood, sweat, and tears. Like, cooking every day is such an exhausting thing. You try to save yourself one day of cooking so you could probably clean the house or take care of the kids or take the kids somewhere or do something that's useful for the family the next day, and this man is just gonna come home and make a challenge out of trying to eat all of it. All of it. And all the advice in the comments was like fucking pathetic. Oh, put it aside before he gets home and like hide it in the fridge. What the fuck? This is supposed to be your husband. This is supposed to be your partner, your life partner. Why is he getting off on eating as much food as possible, taking it out of your family's mouth? That is an enemy. That is not a provider. That is not a husband. That is not a father. That is a weirdo. It's the same exact mindset of taking so much more than they give that allows him to do this. The same mindset that allows him to sit there and scroll on his phone while you clean the entire house or apartment or whatever. It's the same level of entitlement that allows him to just pick his shoes off next to the door and not put them on the shoe shelf. It's the same entitlement that allows him to drop his dirty, skid-marked boxers next to the hamper instead of actually in it. It's the same reason why he never makes the bed. It's the same reason why he leaves his fucking beard trimmings in the sink for you to clean up. It's because he thinks you're a maid. And on top of that, he thinks that's what he deserves for being a disgusting, insatiable slob. He thinks he deserves and is entitled to your eternal and never-ending labor. And like, I'm sorry, but I would be so disgusted watching a man eat and eat and eat until he's just bloated and overstuffed and he's like, oh, I ate too much. I would punch him in the stomach. Immediately, just punch him in the stomach as hard as I can, because what the fuck do you mean you ate too much? And now I have to cook again the next day. Once again, it's all about the mindset. It allows him to use you and to take more than what he gives. And like, if he can't be thoughtful enough to ration food, it's no wonder you don't expect him to be thoughtful enough to do anything else, like handle emotional conflict or like think more than one step ahead or be a good father to your children. Come home and do something thoughtful. You can't rely on him to do any chores. You can't rely on him to do the things that he says he's gonna do. He's so comfortable taking more than he gives. That's what this all comes down to. Please never forget that. And please never share your life with a man like this. You want a man who's gonna be like, do you want the last of this? Can I save you some? Are you sure you're okay with me taking this extra amount? You know, what can I do? What can I cook so that you don't have to cook another night? You know what I mean? The reason that she is mad and upset about this is because she knows he's not gonna do anything to remedy it. That's why. It's the whole fucking mindset, okay? Please stay safe out there and know that you are justified in feeling much more than just upset about this. If you feel like leaving, I understand that and I respect that and I encourage you towards it, because this is a deeply selfish man that you should stay away from. Mwah.
Since the topic of men weaponizing food is trending, let's talk about it. The amount of times I have had to see young girls, myself included, go hungry so that the males of the household can have seconds and thirds is fucking disgusting. And the whole spiel about feed the husband first, you got me fucked up. 'Cause no, I will make sure these children get full before you even get your first plate. Fuck around. Baby, I don't play about these kids. When my husband and I first got married, we were not yet living together. This man would either starve or he'd go next door to mommy's and ask her to feed him. I shit you not. He's like, don't you think it's sweet that I only want you to make my food for me? Fuck no. Fuck I look like? You are a grown-ass capable man, and don't give me the, oh, he works hard, he goes to work, you can make his lunches for him. I work hard too. And I worked hard working a 9 to 5 and raising our child by myself for 2 years. And making, meal prepping, making my own lunches, dinners for me and his child. Yeah, listen, I'll do it if I feel like it, if I feel like being nice. But it is not something that should be required or expected of me on a regular basis. Don't let these men wear you out. Until I had my second awakening, not that many months ago, I was letting this man wear me out. Now, I stand up for myself. And I'm new to this, so, I mean, I'm already worn out, but I'm getting my essence back. I'm taking my essence back. I'm taking my light back. I've spent too many years giving my all to men who just don't fucking appreciate it, or they use me up. And then, when I'm so tired that I don't have anything else to give, they venture outside of their relationship. And sometimes even still, when they're getting what they need at home. So, and if he's like, oh, don't compare me to the men of your past, I'm not. But what I am doing is I'm not setting myself up for that to happen again. And if you don't like that, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I'm watching these videos about the discourse of men weaponizing food. I only seen one video of someone offering a solution to when men weaponize food. And for people who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, basically it's a lot of women on here. The discourse is that men will overly eat, overly consume food as a show of dominance, as a power play, is to show that, yeah, I guess they eat up all the food in the house, or they eat everything just because they can or they want to, and they don't give a damn about anybody else. So boom, I seen only one video of somebody offering a solution, which was a really good, healthy solution. She was saying, like, if men are doing this, you have to, like, basically make them pay for all the grocery bills so that they could see that when they overconsume all these meals, like, it adds up. And she also said to have them, like, meal prep with you so that they could see how much labor and how much it goes into, like, cooking and all that stuff. Why are y'all so afraid of these men? That is my question. This is one girl, God bless her heart, and thank you for sharing that story, but it fueled me with so much rage. She was saying that one time she got 9 pork chops. She cooked all those pork chops to meal prep for like a couple days, you know. It was just her and her man, because I think the baby was too young to eat the pork chops. She said he ate 9 pork chops in one sitting and saved 4 for lunch the next day. And mind you, that man was not that hungry, because according to other stories that she told, this is a regular shit that he does. Like, she'll ask, I think the other story, she said that she went to her family's barbecue. She asked him if he wanted a plate. He said no. She came back with her extra plate. She put it in the fridge so that she could eat it tomorrow for work. That man woke up in the middle of the night, heat up her food, and ate it. And I'm not laughing at her. I'm just laughing at the fact that women are genuinely scared of men. As a woman who does not fear men, I just pray. Like, I be waiting for the moment that a man tests their dominance on me. Because I'm going to show you who the real dominant person is. And that's just me. And I don't want to be like a threatening person, because I'm actually super loving and caring when I'm with my partner if they're treating me right. But once they do some dumb shit, it's just like I become a whole different person. And I'm not afraid to put my hands on men. And if he hits back, so be it. Whoop-de-doo. We gonna be tussling in that motherfucker. I grab weapons. If the TV is near me and you pissing me off, I guess we won't be watching Netflix. Like, I really don't care. Like, I will beat a man like his mama needed to. Because sometimes that's just like, I don't know. Personally, me, I don't know. Sometimes you really gotta put hands on these niggas. And I keep telling my best friend this, and she keeps saying like, bro, no, because I don't want to get hit back. I'm like, you don't have to go all aggressive, but you have to like show these people not to play with you. And I'm not saying put hands on people. I'm saying there's different ways to show somebody you got me all the way fucked up. You got me overly fucked up. You feel me? I don't know. I don't know how y'all deal with it. If a man's in my house, I don't give a fuck if he pays all the bills. This is my house still. Bitch, I run this motherfucker. I will leave right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm over here cooking and cleaning for this motherfucking house. This is my house. All you gotta do is come in and pay the bills. Nothing. The hell? I'm over here decorating, cooking, cleaning, all this shit. And you have the fucking nerve to overconsume after I cooked all day? Eating my meal prep? Eating our meal prep? That pot is going to hit that head so quick. You got me overly fucked up. That's the problem. These men do not fear y'all enough. They do not fear y'all enough. There has to be some type of like craziness behind the eyes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all you have to do is check a man one time, and I promise you he won't be going for that. You scare him one good time, I promise you he'll be very obedient. But yeah, that's just me.
I know y'all have seen some of the complaining housewife videos where the husband eats half of the food, and she posted on TikTok talking about he ate half of all the food I prepared for the family, and now me and the kids got to eat he ate half of it. Now obviously he's a piece of trash for that, right? If you see how much food there is and you know that's for the entire family, why would you eat half of it for you? You got 2 kids and a wife. Why would you down half of that? So that's one. But 2, I know that this is very performative on the woman's side because y'all are married with kids all living in the same house. You know how much he eats. Now listen, I saw a rack of ribs. The dude ate half a rack of ribs. And while that's crappy because he saw how much she made and how much she didn't make, I eat a full rack of ribs. There's a reason why you can go to a restaurant and order a full rack of ribs and it's not for the table. That's because, like, there's guys like me. I work out. I'm big. I'm going to eat a full rack of ribs. If I get home and my wife has cooked a rack of ribs, this much potatoes, and some damn broccoli, I'm probably going to order out. Because I'm not even going to piss myself off and try to, like, nibble on a little piece of nothing so that everybody can have enough. I'm not kidding. But the reason I say that this is performative is because this is your husband. You know how much he eats. Why would you continually make that little bit of food? Now, if y'all have the whole traditional setup where he pays all the bills and you do all the cooking, cleaning, and child rearing, and he's not giving you enough money for the groceries, that's crazy. He's a piece of trash. Y'all need to figure that out. But if you're anything like me, well, my wife works, but I generally pay for everything. When we go to the grocery store, she puts whatever she wants in the basket. Like, if she's planning on cooking, she's planning on cooking a lot, and there's gonna be leftovers. I've literally never, not once in my life, had a problem where my wife didn't make enough food for all of us to eat and get full and have seconds and have some tomorrow. Again, if there's not enough food and he's just eating all of it, he's a piece of trash. But a lot of these videos I'm seeing, it's like nice backgrounds, nice houses, nice dishes, beautiful, expensive dishes. Why didn't you make more food? You're not living in poverty where there's a little bit of food. You just didn't make enough.
Get on here and show us why it might just be better to be single for the rest of your life. Why did I just see a video of a woman running a marathon? If you don't know, a marathon is 26.2 miles. Her husband is supposed to be running the marathon with her. By that, I mean he's supposed to meet her at certain checkpoints. Like, for example, she may be like, okay, meet me at mile 5, meet me at mile 10, meet me at mile 15. I need some strawberries. Meet me at mile 20 with the cashew, like that. She meet him at the marker. He talking about he done ate all the snacks. Ate all the snacks? What are you talking about? You are literally at a marathon for no other reason than to give out the snacks and be the moral support. You can't even watch somebody run a marathon. Literally, they would run right past you. Only thing helpful you can do is wait at the finish line for hours and hours and hours, or you can meet them at the different checkpoints with the snack. What you mean you done ate all the snacks? This is almost past willful incompetence. I mean, did you want her to pass out? Then people talking about, well, he probably was hungry and tired because he was following her around for 26 miles running after her. No. When you follow somebody around for a marathon and you are their snack person, let's just say, you get in your car and you drive to each checkpoint. So you could have stopped at a little McDonald's or a little Burger King, but no, instead you chose to eat the person's snacks who's actively running a 26-mile marathon. Did y'all see this video? Please get in the comments and let me know your thoughts.
There is a lady on here who asked her husband to save her a little piece of macaroni, and he did it. She came on the internet and told us about it. The women in the comments are like, you deserve better. You should find somebody that loves you. And she is jumping in their ass talking about, he does love me. You just don't know the situation. Please don't engage with her. She knows she deserves better, but she doesn't give a fuck.
Nothing has done more to dissuade or talk women out of getting married to men than the wives on this app. Literally, just being able to witness how these wives are treated and disregarded by their husbands has been all the breast that marriage needs. In this latest husband and wife timeline drama, a woman bakes a pan of macaroni and cheese, and before she leaves for a full day of work, she tells her husband, please save me some because I want to have a plate of macaroni and cheese when I get home from work today. She gets home from work, and this is the amount of macaroni and cheese that her husband has left her in the pan. Mind you, she baked an entire pan of macaroni and cheese, and this is all that he left her. She then goes on to say, like, you know, ha ha ha, this is the hard part of marriage. Him being petty and me not being able to slap him. LOL. It's so obvious that these men hate y'all. It's so obvious that they have no regard for you and don't care about you at all. She, of course, made a follow-up video talking about how she's not going to leave her man because she's in a very happy marriage. And, you know, what's good in some marriages is not good in other marriages. And she, of course, made this video because part of being a happily married wife is being a liar. Part of being a happily married wife is absolving your husband of his bad behavior and presenting PR to the world to make it seem like he's not that bad. This is not even one full scoop of macaroni and cheese. Do you know how angry I would be if I worked a full shift and was looking forward to coming home to some food that I cooked and my man had the nerve to leave me a scoop and a half, a teaspoon and a half? Y'all do not even have to worry about negative propaganda or women like me trashing marriage, because the wives coming on this app to tell their stories has done enough for the institution of marriage. Because what is this other than your husband basically saying, F you, I hate you, and I couldn't care less about any of your wants or needs? Let me tell you something. I came home and there were 19 elbow noodles left in that pan. His head would be through that pan. I treat men very poorly. He would have to call emergency services after pulling some shit like that with me. The pan would be in his throat after that. And you know what? Fuck you and them kids. I'm leaving. I don't play that. To me, that is blatant disrespect. And I wouldn't even be surprised if he flushed some down the toilet or fed some to the dog or gave some to his neighbors just to make sure that she could not get a full serving of macaroni and cheese. It's just ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. And I really wish that these wives would stop bringing it to the timeline, because you know you're not going to do nothing about it. So leave us out of it. Go be miserable with your husband who hates you and leave us out of it. Take us out of the group chat.
What's up, family? Check this video out.
Flat out greedy. You ate a whole plate of lasagna, a whole bowl of salad, and now you done ate the whole damn cheesecake? Damn. Are you serious? Damn cheesecake. Are you serious? That's a video right there, yo. I didn't even get, I'm recording this, that you guys are my witness that he sat here and ate a whole damn plate of lasagna, a whole bowl of salad, and he's damn near he only got 2 pieces of cheesecake left, and the way it looks, it's like he can eat all of that. What do you have to say about yourself? That's the problem. While everybody's sitting there complaining that I need to get a job, this is why I have a job. Because this man is greedy. Are you going to say something about yourself right now?
I have nothing to say.
You didn't even let us have a piece. I just bought the cheesecake yesterday.
I feel this is a personal size.
Nigga, that's a whole damn cheesecake. I went upstairs for 1 second and I come down and you ate all of that?
Look how when you grab the pieces. You can't just, this can't be a personal piece.
Give me this cheesecake, because I didn't get not one damn piece. And this is all that's left. This is all that is left. I don't even want none now. This is a shame. I cannot afford you anymore. You need to either get a job, move out, or find somebody else to take care of you, because I can't do this anymore. Find somebody else to do it. I don't need your parent in the background sitting there talking. You tell your woman that she can come get you. I'll come get him and have a slice of cheesecake waiting for my man. Oh, what? Oh, hell no.
Why do you keep taking the sushi off my plate?
Relax. I'm not gonna pay for everything.
Okay, but that doesn't mean you could just take food off my plate. If you wanted that, you could have just ordered it. Or you could have even asked.
Yeah, but what the fuck? Relax.
You couldn't just ask, though?
relax.
Like, you don't think that's rude?
I mean, I thought we would be sharing.
But, like, when was that communicated that we would be sharing?
We definitely communicated that.
When did
Oh,
we
yeah.
communicate that?
I mean, if it's sushi, I mean, it's just a public knowledge thing that like, you're just gonna share sushi.
It's a public knowledge thing that
Hell
sushi
yeah.
is shared?
I mean, yeah, like.
What?
I'm thinking now, I mean, at least from like, previous dates I've been on, like,
What? Okay,
you
but
don't
you
do
gotta
that?
communicate that.
You
No.
have never done that?
No. No, I'm not sharing food with somebody I just met. Like, that's
Well, bro,
crazy.
you can take some of mine.
I don't want to take some of yours. That's gross.
Mine hits
I don't.
harder than
Bro,
yours,
I don't. What?
Mine hits harder.
If yours hits harder, then why are you taking mine?
Just wanted to try it. I
Okay,
don't know
but
what's
that's like the
big
third roll that you've taken.
It's
from
not
me.
the third roll.
That's like the third
It's
piece
not
of
the third
sushi
roll.
you've taken from me.
Now you're stretching it. It's not
I'm
the
not
third roll.
stretching it.
You said it was the third roll. You think it's the third roll? All right,
The
fine.
third
Fuck it.
piece.
I don't
Like,
have to
what?
take any of your shit.
You're. Oh my god, bruh. You're not getting the second date. I'm gonna just let you know that
That's
right
fine.
now. We can split the bill. I'm not doing this with
relax.
you.
Why are you like crashing out right now?
I'm not even crashing out, bro. You're crazy.
You're crashing on me over
The
sushi? Is
fuck?
that big of a
Yes, absolutely. A lot of women don't understand that the men in their lives are purposely doing certain things in order to bankrupt them. If your man knows that you are responsible or has made you responsible for purchasing and supplying the household with food and eats it all up when you tell him that it is supposed to last, he is abusing you financially. They know that you are not going to let the children starve, and they know that you are not going to let your household go without. He knows that it's going to be your money restocking the household, not his. And because we have been taught, mostly by the media, that abuse only looks a certain way, many women do not realize and recognize that they are being abused in this manner. A gluttonous man who eats up everything in the house without concern for whether you and your kids have food is an abuser. A man who is purposely wasteful and who purposely overconsumes because he knows that your money is going to have to replenish and restock the home is abusing you. Especially coupled with the fact that a lot of you are doing 50-50. They know that when you are done supplying the households and paying your portion of the rent, you are going to be flat broke and unable to escape. And that's what they want. They want you to be their slave, bound to the household forever.
Wait, no, I didn't know it was that small.
No, Virgo, no. Why? Why would you do that? Why? It's the last zebra cake. It's the last zebra cake. Just a little one, though.
Yours look better than mine. Mine sound like lopsided. Look.
Yeah, but we got the same thing.
I'm gonna try yours.
You can taste it.
What the hell are you doing? Did you just...
I'm just getting a bite.
That's mine!
Oh,
You got nuggets!
Let me have them.
No, give it...
Baby, can I have a kiss?
Aww. No! What are you doing?
Have kiss.
Yeah. Hunter, no. Baby. Why'd you do that?
Oh.
I remember a couple weeks ago I watched this video of this lady talking about men weaponize food, saying that, you know, a man, if you live with a man, you'll buy groceries, he'll eat all the food and leave you with nothing. They always get the most food, the big piece of chicken theory, all this and that. And I was just like, what kind of motherfuckers do y'all be knowing? Because I mean, granted, like, men do eat a lot of food because we have a lot more body mass than most women. You know what I'm saying? I know in my house I eat the most, but we not starving. It's always food left for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might get a second plate. My kids normally eat first. When everybody sit down and we about to eat, they get their food fixed first. Then I get mine. Then my wife, she eat hers. And, you know, like, if I want seconds or something, I get seconds. And then there'll still be some left over. Most of the time, like, as far as snacks and shit like that, my wife eat different snacks. I don't eat the same snacks that she eats, so I'll never eat her snacks. Other than the popcorn, probably, I might eat that shit. But, like, she be eating chocolate, coconut, snacks and shit. Like, I don't want that shit. Basically, what I'm saying is, though, I mean, I get it. I guess that can happen. You probably got some greedy, selfish motherfuckers in your house. But weaponizing food, like, everything men do is something wrong with it. Something wrong with it. We just naturally eat more than women. Eating all the food, like, saying that a woman will cook food and put it in the refrigerator and then a man will eat it. Like, I'll never do that shit. And me personally, I always share. Like, if it's a treat or something we eating, I always be like, hey, it's one more left. You want this? You know what I'm saying? I'll ask my wife if she want it. I'll sacrifice my want for that if she want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get some of the shit y'all be saying. I just don't. I guess because I'm just not that type of person. But, like, it's just ridiculous, man, how y'all come up with this type of shit in y'all head about men all the time. Just any random fucking thought. You know what? My brothers, they would say they're growing boys, because they are. Men hit a thing called a growth spurt, and we start eating like a motherfucker. Yes, we will eat you out of the house in the fucking home. It's natural. It's fucking nature. It happened to me. It happened to my cousins. Happened to my brother-in-law. It's gonna happen to my sons. When they get older, they're gonna start eating like a motherfucker, because that's just, it's natural. It's not, a growing boy is not an excuse for why they fucking eating. They're having a fucking growth spurt. Sorry that y'all don't eat that much. Some of y'all do, though. You know, some of y'all eat more than men do. And that's probably why you mad. Cause, like, damn, shit, I want all the food in the house. Y'all crazy, man.
Men are not taught boundaries and self-control when it comes to how much they eat. They are given just excessive amounts of food when they're growing up and as they're adults. I'm a woman and I weigh a lot less than my husband, but I can eat just as much as my husband can. I know a lot of women can, but it's called control. They overconsume food. I know women do it too, but they do it as a power move. And this right here, he's gaslighting millions of women who are seeing this. We know that men are growing. Do they not think that women and children grow
They don't think that girls have growth spurts, that girls don't grow and go through puberty and want to eat more from the time they are 5 until like 14, 15. Our appetites are big too. Do they not think that girls don't play sports when we're in school and get hungry too? They only think of themselves. Because I know I can eat more than my husband. I really can. I'm like in the low 140s. I'm trying to get back down to the 120s. And he's like almost 200 or a little bit less than 200. And I could eat the same amount he does.
So my son tells me, Mom, Dad already ate all of the groceries and it's not fair. He ate the entire chicken and there's none left and now I have nothing to eat. So my son wants me to spend $25 a day so he can eat out because my husband, his dad, eats all the food. It's like he has no self-control. Since 1998, I have realized if my husband loves a food, I just don't buy it anymore because if I want it, it's not there.
We just got over Macaroni Gate. Now here we are again. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, a woman went viral for asking her husband to leave her some of the macaroni that she had baked in an entire full pan. And he left her maybe 2 bites. And, she went on to get upset with everybody who was saying that that was really selfish. Now here we have another selfish man. But it's not enough that he deprives his wife of food and has been doing so since, 1998? Now he's depriving the children of food. The amount of pretzels that these women twist themselves into to excuse their man's selfish behavior will always baffle me. But now that it's affecting the children, I think it's a more serious issue. This is how kids end up with food insecurity issues. They may grow up thinking they'll never have enough food. They may end up being hoarders. Food is a basic need that a kid should never have to worry about. And I know you're saying, well, I've been dealing with it for years. Well, you're an adult. You're clearly in that situation because you want to be, but the child doesn't. This man is almost literally taking food out of your child's mouth. He said he can't help himself, and if that's the case, then he needs to seek professional help, because that's the definition of an addiction, the inability to control yourself. The child is already appearing to be showing signs of food insecurity, and I don't think you're taking it as seriously as you should.
Explain to me what you mean by marriage is hard.
A simple request to not eat it all. I wanted to have some macaroni and cheese when I came home. This whole thing was full. I told him, don't eat it all. I opened this and I'm like, what the hell is this? And he was like, well, you said not to eat it all. This is why marriage is hard. Not dealing with this, but not slapping him. That's the hard part. Okay.
So my final thoughts are, although these men are horrendous, I'm speaking to women and women only because my channel is for women and I want women to do better and learn to do better. I'm going to blame the women for this because women are the ones that allow it. These men are doing it, but they're only doing it because women are allowing it for prolonged periods of time. Y'all, I'm tired. I just got off the treadmill, so that's why I'm breathing all hard. Women are teaching their sons and their daughters that this is okay. And so they think it's normal. The women actually think it's normal because not enough women are coming out and speaking on it. We are now, but that's why I always tell y'all to share these videos because we have women who are still allowing this because they saw their moms do it and they are secluded from like normal women. I would say this has been the average woman up until like the last, I say 5 years, 6 years since women have been online speaking out against it, showing that these men do not care about you. So share these videos, y'all, if y'all like them and if y'all want women to wake up faster. These channels are being suppressed and you know why, because men are seeing this, men are running these platforms and they don't want women to wake up. So yeah, y'all are the only ones that can help us get the message out so women can wake up faster, so the birth rates can plummet to hell, because why would you want to keep bringing girls and boys into this world if this is what is going on? These men are doing this as a power move and to place themselves above you in a hierarchy. They feel like this is a patriarchy and you should be below them, and they're going to do it by any means necessary. So women, y'all need to fight back. If y'all haven't heard about the Korean 4B movement, it is still going hard and it is growing, and their population is about to go extinct, probably in the next 10 to 15, 20 years. So y'all, those women are standing on business. They said no men, no children, no dating, no sex. We are going to let this population die out because the men are treating us like servants. We see that they hate us, but they want us to keep birthing their children. If y'all haven't heard about it, go on TikTok and look up the 4B movement. I have done a couple of videos about it, and it is not slowing down. And it seems like it is picking up here in America, but not fast enough because they are trying to censor us. In Korea, they are censored heavily. And also in Russia, they don't like women talking about being child-free and not getting married. They are censoring what they say over there also. But women are speaking out from Africa to Russia to China to Korea. Women are cutting down. They're shutting their wombs and they are saying no to men because of stuff like this. So women, we worship men. We worship the phallus. If y'all don't know what a phallus is, the picture of a phallus is on the screen. Women love men and they worship them and they will obey and submit and do all of the above. And y'all shouldn't be doing that because these men hate you. These videos prove that they hate you. They are demons. And the women that are posting these videos, all of my "he hates you sis" videos I post, you'll notice that the women that posted them, they come back and defend these men when the women get in the comments and tell them, yeah, he hates you, you need to divorce him, he doesn't like you. They come back and they get mad at the women that are trying to tell them the truth. And that's fine because everybody's not going to get to come. Everybody can't make it. So there's going to be communities of women who worship men, and there's going to be communities of women who care about themselves and their children. So get in the comments. Let me know if y'all heard about this men weaponizing food. Let me know if you've had somebody do this to you and what you did in order to correct it. Did you get your shit together and leave? Or did you make him start paying for groceries and cooking with you? What did you do and what do you suggest women do? Get down in the comments and I will talk to you ladies later. Bye.